All right, good day and welcome to another physics class. In this lesson, we shall be talking about one very interesting and important concept in physics. Now, let me show you two pictures. Look at these two men. If you ask, let's say that this one, let's write A here. Let us write A here. And in the second picture, we are going to call that picture B. Beautiful. Now, if you ask these two men to run, right? You want them to run from one place to the other. Who do you think is going to get there first? Right? Who do you think is going to get there first? Now, most likely, it's going to be the one in picture B. That is to tell you that there is a relationship between velocity and mass. There is a relationship between velocity and mass, and that is what we shall be talking about in this lesson. All right. So that relationship is called linear momentum. That relationship is called linear momentum. Linear momentum helps us to relate together mass and velocity, the mass of a moving object and the velocity of that object. All right, so let's look at the objectives that we have to learn in this lesson. We are going to define and use linear momentum. Then we are going to state the principle of conservative of momentum. Sorry, the principle of conservation of momentum. These are the two objectives that we shall be talking about in this lesson. And I hope you are going to enjoy it. All right, so what is linear momentum? The momentum of an object is defined as the product of the mass of that object and its velocity. You can see there that momentum is equals to mass multiplied by velocity. So momentum is telling us the relationship between mass and velocity. Okay, so like I told you, if you have somebody with higher mass and somebody with a lower mass, and let's say they have the same momentum, then their velocity will not be the same. Is that okay? All right. So now let us take some examples to apply this expression. Let's take some examples to apply this expression. Example 1. A car of mass 120 kilogram is moving with a velocity of 34 meters per second. What is the momentum of the car? This is a very easy and interesting question. Very easy and interesting question. So we have said that the momentum m is equals to, is the same thing as, no, sorry, m is not momentum. There is a symbol for momentum. Let me use my pen to write that. There is a symbol for momentum. So momentum, rho, is the same thing as mass multiplied by velocity. If we solve this question, we'll now talk about the unit of momentum. What is the unit of momentum? Let us finish this example first. Now, if you look at this question, a car of mass 120 kilogram, 120 kilograms, so the mass is 120, is moving with a velocity. The velocity of the car is 34 meters per second. So we are looking for the momentum. So momentum is going to be mass, which is 120, multiplied by the velocity, which is 34, multiplied by 34, right? Beautiful. And what is that? 120 times 24. 34, please. We give you 4,080. So 4,080. 4,080. And the unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second squared. You know that the unit of mass, kilogram meter per second. You know the unit of mass is kilogram, unit of velocity is meter per second. So unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second, kg meter per second, kg meter per second. That is how to calculate momentum. Now, in some questions, you may be asked to find the mass while you are giving the momentum and the velocity, just like the second question here. In some other question, you may be asked to find the velocity while you have the mass and the momentum. I'm sure you know how to change your formula to be able to get what you are looking for. Now, let us talk about the principle of conservation of momentum. The principle of conservation of momentum. That principle states that if objects collide, let's say you have two cars, one is moving in the front, the other is coming at the back, and the one coming at the back collides with the one in the front. Are you following? So the conservation states that the total momentum before collision is the same as the total momentum after collision. You know that before they collide, there is a mass for each of the car, and there is initial velocity for each of the car. Now, after the collision, there is still mass and velocity for the cars. So what this principle is saying is that if we calculate the total momentum before collision, we calculate for the first car, for the second car, and we add them together, it is going to be the same as when we calculate the momentum after they have collided. Are you following now? So this is what the principle is trying to talk about. As you can see from the expression here, M1, U1. Now, U is the initial velocity. Then V is the final velocity. So when you use this expression, it is called the principle of conservation of linear momentum. Now, in another lesson, we are going to take an example to learn more about the principle of conservation of linear momentum. So in this lesson, we have learned about linear momentum, and we have also learned about the principle of conservation of momentum. And I hope you enjoy this interesting lesson, and you are going to practice some examples that will make you understand better. I wish you good luck. Have a nice day.